All right. Hi, everybody. It's Shannon Albright, and today is July 23rd. I can't believe the month is almost over. It's crazy. I should just put my phone away because it's just going to distract me. Anyway, so I have so much to tell you guys about Summit, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to just squeeze it in all today. So every week, I'm just going to go over a little bit each time. But I am going to repeat some of what I had discussed last night on Inspiration Nation because I really want you guys to hear me. So if any of you are working on anything else, please just stop whatever you're doing and just listen to what I have to say today because I really need you guys to hear me. So Summit, if you guys saw the video I posted in the group, if you're questioning going next year, you have to go. There is just so much good information. This company, honestly, is amazing. It was never once about selling a product. It was how we could improve as people and as coaches, and they just truly care about our well-being and helping the obesity crisis in America and how we can become better. And it was just awesome. Like the speakers that they've had were so amazing that I can't even relay a lot of what it is just because I'm not them. So it just goes to show the importance, like for you to actually be there yourself. So I'm gonna just share some of my takeaways with you tonight because I'm on an extreme high. Like I don't know. I guess I was just going along in the business, and I had goals, but I had really high goals. But yes, I worked towards them, but I feel like now I can just go do so much more. So anyway, I want to talk about my biggest takeaway, which I shared with you guys last night. The opening ceremony, they had all of the 5-star, 6-star, 7-star, I think all the way up to 13-star, whatever, walking across the stage, being recognized for their accomplishments. And I got to tell you, there were people that were old. There were people that were young. There were people that were dressed well. There were people that were not. There were overweight people. There were medium people. There were skinny people. Every single person was different. As a coach, we do not need to fit a perfect description. We each are not a Melanie Mitro. We're not an Alyssa Shoemaker. We are ourselves. We all bring something unique to this business. Okay, so you cannot be somebody who you are. When you are posting on social media, it's so important to be you for people to buy into who you are, not who the top coaches are. Does that make sense? And by seeing that, it just made me realize, oh my God. Because I was even questioning, on these team calls, should I start wearing makeup? You know what I mean? Should I be looking more professional for you guys? The answer is no, because that's not who I am. So it's just, I feel like that if you guys need to ask yourselves, is this something that I really want to do? What is your why? You have to have such a strong why of why you want to become a coach, because if you don't have that strong why, then you're going to quit. It's so easy to quit in this business, and it's your why that's going to hold you here and to keep working and to keep reaching your goals. Alyssa Shoemaker always says your why should make you cry. Your why is not about helping people because you want to help people. It has to be something deeper, something about your past, something that has happened to you. I know for me, I know I shared this story with you guys, but I was overweight back in high school and I hated it. I grew up so depressed, you guys, you have no idea. And I lost that weight in freshman year, but then I had eating disorders, throughout, for many, many, many years. I had body image issues. It was awful. And it wasn't until I was pregnant with Ryan, I gained all that weight back. And the fear of being that again. And, you know, what was supposed to be an extremely happy time for me as a first-time mom was a very depressed time, just because I was not happy with who I was because of the way I looked. And I was so scared that I was going to, you know, become that depressed person that I was, and just to feel that awfulness. And it wasn't until Beachbody that made me realize, when I started losing the weight in these challenge groups that provided the support for me, and I lost that weight, and now I'm the confident that I've ever been in my life because of this, you know. And I want to pay that forward. For the first time in my life, I'm confident. So that's my message. That's my why, because I want to go out there and I want to show women how they can feel good about themselves too. And when I first started as a coach, that was not my why. My why has evolved just because I have evolved. My why when I first was a coach is that I just wanted to inspire people along my weight loss journey. My other why is I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I want to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to provide an income for our family. And eventually, one day, I want to retire my husband. You know, so your why should be deeper. So when you have those tough times, your why is going to make you stick with it and keep working every single day. So speaking of, let me go back to my notes, because I want to talk about the fear that I talked about on last night's call. Because like I said, Shannon Hargrave, like, I don't know if any of you guys, you know, have seen her page before, but she is, I think she's a 7-star diamond, gorgeous. You would never know that she had no self-confidence. You would never know that she was like the shyest person in the world. So she did this whole thing on fear, because she would never be a guest speaker on a call. She missed retreats that could, you know, benefit her business just because she was socially awkward. And, you know, Melanie Mitchell actually asked her out to dinner a few times, and she declined because of her, you know, she was uncomfortable. So, and then here she was on stage giving this whole presentation on fear. And little by little, she had to step outside of her comfort zones and conquer her fear. And I feel that there's so much fear with all of us that the majority of us aren't advancing our business. I know a lot of us are fear of failure. We're fear of rejection. We're fearful of leading our own teams. We're fearful of people judging us. We're fearful of, you know, what people are going to think that when we, you know, start posting about stuff on social media, you know. But I know I mentioned this last night too, but one of the other speakers said that 10% of the people on social media are going to hate you and not like you no matter what you do. No matter what you do, because it has something to do within them. It has usually nothing to do with you. It has something to do with them. But then there's 90% of the people that are actually going to get inspired by you, and they're going to follow you, and they're going to watch you. So we should be concentrating on the 90% of the people and not the negative 10%, because we're not going to get anywhere with those 10%, and those 10% are just going to hold us back. It's the 90% that needs to keep us going. Okay, so please, you just got to focus on that. We need to get over our fear, because our fear, I tell you, 100% is holding you all back from reaching your goals. So she gave some tips in setting to moving your business forward. The 3 vital behaviors. I got to tell you that every single speaker that I listened to and every single top coach spoke about the importance of personal development. I got to tell you, I suck at personal development, but from now moving forward, I am going to, because that's going to actually that's going to give you the confidence. That's going to keep you going in your business and work on your own personal development. So if there's areas that you're lacking in, confidence, motivation, leadership, find books to help you overcome those. Because I got to tell you, I don't know why I don't do personal development, because every single time I do, I feel awesome. So, and it just makes so much sense. And it actually gives you something to post about too every single day, because there's going to be so many aha moments every time you hear something. Turn that into a post. You know, if you guys have not read The Compound Effect, please, or listen to The Compound Effect, please make that a priority. So the 3 vital behaviors, and post about those behaviors on social media. They tell you to post 3 to 5 times a day. Post about the 3 vital behaviors. Make one post about your workout. Make one post about something about personal development. And wow, we got a picture of Katie's boobs. And what am I missing? Personal development. Oh, and being a product of the product. Okay, so it's so important to post. So those could be your 3 posts of the day, right? Follow up. And I've learned this huge ever since I started using Asana. Follow up is key. We're coaches. We're Beachbody coaches. We have Beachbody on our mind probably 99% of the day. At least I can speak to that. Not everybody is thinking of Beachbody. People that we're talking about, they're not thinking of all of us. They're not thinking about Beachbody 99% of the day, percent of the time. So follow-up is key. So people are busy in their lives. They're not going to think about this on their own. So when you follow up and continue to have conversations with people, guess what? You're putting it back in their minds. And follow-up doesn't necessarily mean to be like an invite to a challenge group. Just follow up on a conversation that you guys have had. See how they're doing. Just continue building relationships with these people. And I've learned the importance of that because a lot of the people that I've been following up with, they've actually been very interested. So I'm really on a roll. So so it's so important to set small goals and long-term goals, okay? And post them somewhere that you can see them every single day to remind yourself that this is what you're working towards. And if you want to go bigger and set your goals higher and make it further in this business in a shorter amount of time, your goal should be Success Club 10 every single month, non-negotiable, but at least 5. I got to tell you guys, if you are consistent every single day with these vital behaviors, you will hit Success Club. I know I keep telling you that, and I know I sound like a broken record, but the reason why I keep repeating it is because we're not hitting Success Club. And I know for me, I needed to hear things multiple times. So, that's telling me that you guys are not doing the 3 vital behaviors consistently. Okay. And that doesn't mean, doing them for a week and then stopping for a month and then doing them for a week. It's being consistent. Because I got to tell you, every single time that you stop, you are going to lose momentum and put yourself 10 times back. Being successful is a small sums adding up over time, consistent. So every single top coach, every single coach that has, all these stars, it's all that was the other main theme. It's all about consistency. So let me ask you guys a question, and this is rhetorical, and I want you to think about it. But what would you do differently if you knew that you could not fail? What would you do? I feel like our fear holds us back so much from moving forward. So she, and I completely agree with this, but she also said, we have to all believe in ourselves. We all can do this. I got to be honest with you. I don't ask every single person to be a coach on my team. I saw something in each and every one of you individually that made me ask you to be a part of this team. Okay, so we all have something different to bring them. So I know I believe in you, but you guys all have to believe in yourself. You guys can do this if you want to. The question is, do you want this? Do you want to be a successful health and fitness coach? Do you feel good just doing the bare minimum? So she said to take baby steps in facing your fears, and to practice. So she said progress over perfection, which I love. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But as long as we're taking steps to get over our fears and to be more confident, Like, I know one thing that I hated doing was talking about challenge groups and challenge packs. I didn't know how to explain it to people without sounding like a salesman. But you know what I did? I researched. I watched, there's so many videos on YouTube that coaches do about every single topic that you can just Google and just learn and see what they do. And that's what I did until I became more confident having the conversation. And I got to tell you, over time, the more you practice with the conversation, the better you'll become with it. So, confidence is built through competence. Increasing competence is built through experience. Love that quote. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Confidence is built through competence. Increasing your competence is built through experience. So what I want to challenge you guys with is, what is the one thing that you have been putting off, that you know you need to do, but you've been putting off? And I want to challenge you guys to go out there and just do it. Okay? I know that Nikki and I've talked about this before, but eat that frog. Do the one thing every single day that you don't want to do first, so you get it over with. So if inviting is the one thing that you struggle with, do that very first thing in the morning so you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. And this was actually from another speaker, but another quote that I love that I wrote down is, quitting is an option, fear is inevitable. God, I love that. All right. Let me go back. Personal development, challenge groups. The secret sauce, and this is from a few top coaches that I got. So the secret sauce of running a successful business is consistency, which I know that I tell you guys about all the time. Confidence. I know I've talked about this before with you guys, but it's along the lines of faking it until you make it. It's so funny because, like, Alyssa, I don't know, I guess I used to follow Alyssa, which is why I reference her a lot, but she used to call everybody girly. What's up, girly? I'm so proud of you, girly. And I'm like, God, that just sounds so ridiculous. Like, that's not me. But I don't know, something, for some reason, something about that just like, it just made her sound confident. I don't know why it just made her sound confident. And somehow I developed girl. What's up, girl? I'm so proud of you, girl. And I never used that in my life. But I started using it, and now it's my thing. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it's just try and work towards confidence. Fake it until you make it. So if you're not confident yet, act like you are if you can. That's what I did. You know? Anyway, can you guys tell, like, the high that I'm on from from Summit? So, oh, and another quote that I love is, if you quit, you will never know your fullest potential. It's so easy to quit. But if you quit, you'll never know if one day you'll make, the six figures or the Millionaires Club. I couldn't get over the amount of coaches that were in the Millionaires Club. And they only were within 4 years. Could you imagine what you would do with $1 million? And every single one of us can be that person. There's absolutely no reason why we can't. These are people that started with full-time jobs. These are people that started full-time jobs and had families that they have to take care of. Except for Miguel. And a lot of them, which I thought was really cool, were so in debt. In fact, a few people actually had to sell stuff to either buy their first challenge pack or to just sign up as a coach for the $40. Except Miguel Carrasco. He was like the only coach that was successful that had a six-figure income, that he actually quit his job to do this because he was overweight, he was unhealthy, and he almost had a stroke at, I think he's my age or younger. So, Okay. So, does anybody have any questions so far or anything that they want to add? Okay. Oh, so back to the starting and stopping. You guys can't compare yourselves to other coaches. Okay, because again, I know I've said this, you guys are all, you all bring something unique and everybody goes at their own pace. Okay? And growth takes time. Like, you can't compare yourself to me because I've been in this business way longer than all of you. Okay, so when you see that I'm hitting Success Club over Success Club 10, and like I'm having a lot of ease to this business, getting Success Club compared to everybody, it's because I put in the consistency. I've been doing this a lot longer, and I've been doing this over time. So growth takes time. It does not happen overnight. There's not one coach that became successful overnight. It takes time, and it takes consistency. It's every single day doing the behaviors, just 3 simple steps. There's 3 vital behaviors every single day to build up to where you want to be. Sorry. I know some coaches can become diamond in 6 months, and that's extremely, extremely possible, but they work their butts off for that. All right, so Christine, let me skip to my, sorry. I took like a whole notebook full of notes during Summit, so I'm just scrolling to, oh, yes, okay. So in order to do this business, we have to obviously be the product of the product, but we also have to have the belief in the product. People feel that. People are believing in us and not the product. And you have to be passionate about it. So I think she's the one who even said, so like when you're promoting this business, when you're promoting our product, the product shouldn't be in the image. And if the product is in the image, you should be in it. What people are looking for are you. They're looking for your passion. They want to see, are you using the product? If you think about this, if you are posting for a week straight that you're working out, and then 3 weeks, nothing, and then you go back at it again a week, 2 weeks or whatever, and then you stop for a whole month, and then you do another, are we showing that, are they going to trust us? You know what I mean? Like the starting and stopping. Like I know that, we're all human. We're not perfect. And I get that. And we need to show that too. It's so important. But if we're constantly more off than on, are we actually being a proof that the product is working? So if we're not being a proof that the product is working, how are we going to show, how are they going to trust us and this product? So people, they're believing in us. They're not believing so much in the product. So when they're buying a product, they're buying you. And they're buying what you believe in. So what Christine Dwyer, she's one of the founding coaches. She's freaking hysterical. But she says, amateurs sell. They hide behind the product. Pros offer value. Does that make sense? So
can you say that again?
Yes. Amateurs sell and hide behind the product. Pros offer value. So I really like that. And she says that we attract like-minded people. So I guess that just goes back to like our niche market. We're not going to attract everybody. You know, and that goes for when you guys start building your team. You're going to attract people similar to you, you know. And she says, and I quoted this, "Why are we doing what we are doing?" I have that in quotation marks. And it says, "The personal connection to your why will drive you to make sacrifices." Oh, because she was saying how many sacrifices she made in order to grow her business. That was the other thing, the sacrifices. You heard a lot of the top coach sacrificing that they were staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning and had to wake up for work at, 7 o'clock in the morning, or, they stopped watching TV, or, all these different sacrifices that people made to move their business forward because, again, their why was strong enough because they knew if they were consistent over time, they would reach their goals. So, does anybody have any other questions before? No? Okay. So, one of the other girls, there was actually 2 different sessions. So, basically how it broke down, so there was opening ceremony, which was awesome. We got to see Carl Deichler dance, and I know Nikki watched it. Like, they put on such a good show. Like, Michael Neiman and Jeff Hill and Carl, they're hysterical. Like, these guys are funny. They put on a really good show. So that was opening, and they closed down the NFL football team in Houston at the Titans football field for us, by the way. Huge. So then Saturday, the next 2 days, it started out with a general session where we all went to this, I don't know what teams, this arena, and they had guest speakers. They had Simon Sinek, which was Start With Why. He was amazing. They had this photographer guy speak, and it was so funny because on the way to him speaking, Kathleen and I were like, I don't know what this photographer is going to talk about. He blew, and how it would relate to Beachbody, he blew us away. Like, I can't even tell you everything that he, that's probably just going to have to be another call. But just about the vision, we talked about it a little bit on Inspiration Nation's team call last night, but I'll have to, but anyway, the speakers that they had for this were just amazing. Chalene Johnson, she spoke. She talked about basically, actually hers was really good in how to incorporate your husband in this, because I knew for me at least, it caused a lot of issues in the beginning for my husband and I, and basically, there's just so much, but basically you've got to treat it like our business and just not my business, and include him in it, and what's happening, and explain to him. Like, I know that my husband and I, we had a lot of issues because I didn't explain it to him. And I might just have to do a whole call on that because I'm not explaining it very well because I know that we're very limited on time. But I do want to talk to you about our challenge groups, because there was a couple of, so anyway, so then after the morning session where they had all these guest speakers and whatever, we had these breakout sessions, and I listened to 2 different ones on challenge groups and got amazing tips from that, and I'll do a whole other call on that. But the one thing that I want to share with you guys is how to get more interaction in our group and to make them more fun. So basically they said, do a challenge within a challenge and set up this point system. So like, for example, every time that they post a post-workout selfie in the group, it'll be counted as 2 points. Every time they post a picture of their Shakeology, that would count as 2 points. Every time, say they do a random act of, and we can do whatever we want, by the way, but anytime they do a random act of kindness and post about it in the group, it could be 5 points. And then every time they take a picture on their personal page and tag you as their coach in it, can be 10 points. And at the end, whoever gets the most points wins a prize. And I thought that was a really great idea. So I would really like to incorporate that into our challenges. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a really good idea. And I don't know which group it was in, but somebody had just recently posted a couple sample graphics that they'd used to show their participants like what each thing, what each point were worth and stuff. So, I could post those just as something to kind of give us an idea of how other people are doing it, and then we could kind of make our own if we didn't like. They said we could use theirs if we wanted, but we could make our own to fit what we wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the idea.
Yeah, good. So I think what I'll do is I'll make, or maybe I'll have one of you guys do it, make a video about it. They also talk to us about empowering our team to do stuff, because if I continue to do everything for you guys, you're not going to step out of your comfort zone and do it yourself, right?
Doing videos is one of my goals. So
I am a person who does not like change. I am not good with change, and it takes me time to get over that and get comfortable with the idea of change. Okay, that's something that I've learned later in life. I don't know why that has happened to me, but that's just me. So when you guys have absolutely no idea how fearful I was starting out as a new coach and how much I've grown. I mentioned this last night on our Inspiration Nation team call. When I was a new coach, I didn't get on Zoom. I called in because I was just so embarrassed. I was fearful of facing everybody, all these strangers that I didn't know. And plus, at the time, I was pumping at the same time because I just had Ryan. But, and then oh my God, videos scared me. It took me 7 or 8 months of being a coach to do my first little video. And that's because I was in a Push to Emerald group or whatever it was. And Alyssa said, in order for you to stay in this group, you have to do this video. And I did it. And it was horrible. And it sucked. But I did it. And then after that video, I did another video. And then after that video, I did another video. And now I can't stop doing videos. And now, oh my God, I posted a video the last 2 nights of me dancing. Like, seriously. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show, like, the more you step outside of your comfort zone, the more you will do. So focus on the 90% of the people that are going to be happy for you and be inspired for you, and stop concentrating on the negative. So there was a reason why I was sharing that with you. Oh, and to be a lead. Oh, I remember the first time Kathleen had asked us to be a speaker on a call. And I made every single excuse in the book not to be on that call. And here I am leading my own team of coaches and talking to you guys every single week. I didn't have confidence. My first team call, I didn't have confidence. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but I didn't. But the more you do it, the more you grow. We all have a heart. We all have passion. We all want to help people. We all want to help ourselves. We all want to help our family. So why can't we go out there and just take on the world? Why can't we be on that stage next summit as the new 5-star, 6-star, 7-star? I know I want to be walking across that stage. So I have goals. I have new goals that I want to set because I really want that. So I feel like the one thing that Kathleen did for me that has really helped me, and I want to start doing with you guys, is that I want to hold weekly one-on-one calls with you guys. Because I feel like that would just, number one, add a whole other level of accountability. And I feel like every single time I talk to Kathleen one-on-one, I got re-energized. So, you know, if you guys are interested in talking to me weekly, that shows to me that you really want it. Okay? So I'm going to create, I have it written down somewhere, somewhere where you can schedule in these calls with me. And we'll talk, and the calls can just be like 20 minutes long. I'm not going to take up your time. But I really want to do what I can to help you succeed. because again, I have goals too. So my focus is going to be on recruiting and building a strong, successful team. Okay. I can only do so much for you guys, but you have to want it. You have to do this for yourself. Okay. All right. So again, if you guys quit, you will never know your fullest potential. All right. So last thing, I know we have less than 3 minutes. So everybody here is on a cup team, right? So I feel like, and Sarah, correct me if I'm wrong, do you guys, I don't know if you guys have spoken yet, but are you guys strategizing your own month for August as far as dates for challenges?
Not right now, because I think Mia's on vacation until no, I think she's going to be on vacation or something. So I have to, I guess, figure out what's going on.
Okay, so because I thought that since everybody's on a separate cup team, that maybe each cup team will strategize as far as what challenge groups that you're going to be running for the month. But if you guys are not doing that, please let me know, and I'll let you know what we're up to so you guys can invite to whatever groups that we have going on. Okay. So next week is our 5-day sneak peek group. Okay, but this month is not over yet, guys. Please, please, you know, really use size to your advantage. I've been having a lot of great success with it. But again, you can't compare yourselves to me because I've been doing this for way longer and I have a bigger following. So it's so possible to still hit Success Club this month. Make it your goal to hit at least 5. Okay, and then next month is a whole other month that will start fresh and we'll start over with, and you know, just being consistent. Okay. Did this help?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. So have an awesome night, guys. All right, and I'm gonna post the recording in the group.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.